Good evening, y'all. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone's well and y'all having a good Friday and all that stuff. I'm so glad to not be at work right now. It's been kind of a week. Let's see, let me catch up with chat a little bit. I'd love to share my Reshade setup with you sometime. I can show the differences it makes. Oh, yeah. I know. I think I have G-Shade installed. What do I have? But I haven't played around with it too much yet. Yeah, I have G-Shade installed already. Basically, two major problems. One, my stream was without sound for 2 hours. Okay, I didn't notice it until one of my friends told me about it. Oh, yeah, that happens. Kind of wondering about the sound thing. It could be just like a configuration thing, or it could just be something where, you know, it just forgot to unmute or something like that, or I don't know. So we are already in Final Fantasy at the moment. So let me pop on over to main. Let me nuke the music. There we go. Oof. Right. So, welcome Pedro. Tozu Fox. Absolutely. Nice to see you here. My connection is acting strange. I was streaming with 3-second delay, then after 1 hour or so the delay was 1 to 2 minutes and would lag. I wonder, I mean, you're on a like a cellular type connection, correct? I seem to remember. Kind of like a mobile connection. Ah, Paula! Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the sub for 5 months in a row. Heck, thank you so much. You're a heckin' good bean. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's awesome. What a fabulous hacker. Yeah, definitely check your bitrate. One of the things I've found is that, you know, if you're on a connection that is slower than 6,000, like kilobytes per second, which is basically the maximum bandwidth you can pass to Twitch, you got to really, like, you know, do all the math and balance it out with what speed your connection is, so you're not maxing out your connection, because if you are, then anything that requires any sort of bandwidth will make your stream do some weird stuff. So yeah, you might need to fiddle around with your bandwidth a little bit. Ah, welcome, Ahty. Hope you like your new VIP badge. Yeah, so it started to get a little bit more under control at work. So I haven't had to bring work home in like a little bit now, and I was actually really relieved that today it was deemed that, you know, they're gonna put quote unquote homework on pause, because like it's not that I don't like doing it. I do like doing it because the money is nice, but like it really eats into my free time. That's why I think I was so fried. I was so fried, like, you know, basically since before Thanksgiving. Oh, did I ask a question? Oh, I asked if you were, like, on a mobile connection, like a cellular, like a cell phone type connection. Because I knew you weren't, like, on a landline or anything like that, because you were, like you said, you were in the countryside. I was figuring that it was, like, satellite or, like, a hotspot, like a cell phone hotspot or something like that. Alright, let's see. So I'm gonna start off with my very last. Ooh, wow! That is Rathalos? I love that mount so much. Heck. Want. Well, I'm going to bed now. Oh, and I'm doing a sketch of my Final Fantasy XIV character. My connection is hotspot, Wi-Fi hotspot. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you might need to fiddle with your bitrate a little bit in OBS, which is actually pretty easy to do. Yeah, we should chat about that, Tozu. I haven't done extremes yet, so it might be a little while off, but you know. So let's see. I need to figure out where I need to go for. Yeah, I know it's in Gridernir. Quarry Mill, I believe. Blurry, clear, blurry thing. Artie, depending on your bandwidth, if you have Twitch set to auto, sometimes it likes to bandwidth hunt on auto. If you do 1080p, which also should have source in parentheses, you might have better luck there. Okay. So I think I think Twitch uses HTML5, and the player kind of leaves a lot to be desired as far as the automatic settings. So specifying a setting might clear it up. I haven't talked to Jantel in a while. Ah, young one, full glad am I to see you hale and whole. The rumors from the front lines had me quite worried. I would commemorate this happy reunion with a verse, but there is someone who has worried for you even more than I. I speak, of course, of your comrade Sanson. It would do him well to see you again. If you can spare the time, perhaps we can pay him a visit in Gridania together. Aw, Ryu is cheating on me with Planet Coaster. Sad face. I'm kidding. Got 4 crafter classes to 70, 3 to 68, and 1 to 67. The grind is real. Ooh, wow. I haven't even touched crafting yet. Ahty, thanks. Pinning it to 1080 source cleared it up. Perfect. Excellent. I've had to do that with a couple of different streams. It's a pain in the bum, but, you know, it is what it is. So, Sky is drawing fusion characters, and I'm kind of on one of my side screens. I'm watching her draw a fusion of my friend Mel, who is a punk mouse, and me, which, yeah, of course, there's my ringtail, with different punk vibes going on. She's drawing us both blended together, and it's like, oh no, it's cute. Here's Sanson. Shared the sketch on Discord, say a safe for work art one. Cool, let me check that out. SFW Arts. Ah, heck, that is an awesome... Heck! You are quite the artist. Dang. That looks great. I love Ori characters. Ahty, praise the matron you're safe. I've been beside myself with worry ever since I heard your mysterious disappearance after Gimlet. Wow, yeah, that was like the beginning of Shadowbringers. We fought the Empire too, my unit and I. Never had I experienced such a bloody battle. You have done well to return to us, all of you. We owe our survival in no small part to Gaidalo. His song spurred all whom it reached on the battlefield, turning the tide on countless occasions. For his valorous service, he was awarded a medal from the Alliance. Not that he was ever interested in such trinkets, of course. Lieutenant Gaidalo was an inspiration to us all. But us, we may as well not have been present for all the good we did. May I introduce to you our recruits, Ahty? They are disappointed with their showing at Gimlet. To be sure, they did not shame themselves, far from it, but in moments when we were hard-pressed, their songs faltered and lost power. I see. As you know, our songs are given power through our fervent desire to aid our comrades. I do not think that you lacked this desire. It was simply overwhelmed by the terror of being confronted with death. In his capacity as their senior, I wanted Gaidalo to train them, but no matter how many times I asked him, nay, commanded, he refused to do so, saying that their songs did not have heart. Is that what he said? Not to discourage you all, but there may be truth to Gaidalo's words. Remember, if a song is to touch the heart, it must needs have heart. Without it, not even an expertly performed anthem can hope to inspire. I believe it would behoove you to experience an exemplar of our songs. And most conveniently, we have an exemplar of our art here with us. Ahty, will you not play for them? Allow me to beseech you as well, my friend. Gaidalo and I have spoken highly of your deeds to the recruits. It would be no exaggeration to say they idolize you. Rest assured, we won't perform alone. My harp shall join yours for a duet awash with heart. You think so? Wow, many thanks. I'm quite shy, despite my talents. Aww. Well, I mean, that's natural. it's natural to be shy about stuff like that. But I mean, honestly, like, I think it's really great. I'm truly grateful. Yet if I may be particular, we should have Gaidalo participate as well. It is his duty to train them, after all. And besides, I believe he would relish the chance to perform with the two of you. Very well, a trio it is. Pucknopoke mentioned catching sight of Gaidalo in the East Shroud. Let us see if we can find him there. Alright, so off to finding Gaidalo. Interesting. Gaidalo, Gaidalo, Gaidalo. There we go. It appears Gaidalo was here but recently. That's right, Kupo. He went deeper into the woods, saying, "That Sanson nags like a bloody fishwife." Gaidalo respects you more than anyone, Ahty. Were you to call on him? I dare say he will answer. With the chat mode in say... Okay. All right. And it ain't working. Let's see. Maybe I have to go to a yeah, I have to go to a specific spot. That's why. Maybe I just have to look for sparkles on the ground. Yep, there we are. I have to venture deeper into the wood. Okay. Da-da-da. Let's see. The Vieira there is Mikala's aunt, Celine. She is really tall and she loves to call my character Little Angel. Aww. Remember to talk to all the extras, especially if you intend to start Endwalker. Okay, will do. I'm just doing my Bardy quest for now, but I will be starting that soon, like right after this. You and Mel make such a heckin' cute mashup. Yep. Hobo, that was an excellent suggestion. Excellent. I'm watching it right now, and it looks so cute. Plus, Mel is such a heckin' good being too. It makes it all better. Yeah, but even this has NPCs with a few extra lines of dialogue for more depth to the story. Oh, I see. Here we go. Well, well. Look who it is. Ahty, I'm going to bed. Thanks for your reaction. I hope you enjoy the game. And if you want me to do a sketch for you, you can give a shout out on Discord. Okay. I may just do that. Thank you so much. And have a great sleep, Pedro. I hope to see you soon. What brings you here, Ahty? Not some tiresome errand, I hope. An invitation to perform. Ha! I've been waiting forever for you to ask me that. So what's the occasion? Ugh. So Sanson and Jantel put you up to it. I should have known. Those recruits are as stiff as their captain, and I don't have any hopes for them. But alright, I'll do it. Anything's worth the chance to perform with you, Ahty. Aw. Good night, Pedro. Kaidalo, there you are. I take it Ahty has apprised you of the performance? Aye, and I expect no less than the finest venue for this distinguished gathering. You'll secure such a place for us, right, Chief? You may depend on it. I myself want the very best for the performance. Do any locations come to mind? Like any quest has the same structure, side NPCs almost always have things to add, no matter how basic the quest is. Oh, I see. The recruits have shown great interest in our expedition to find the Ballad of Oblivion. In light of this, I believe there is no place more fitting than the Sea of Clouds. The view alone would take your breath away. Sounds good to me. Let's get moving. Very well. I will go and secure an airship for us. Please gather at the airship landing. Interesting. Yeah, let's do it. So what's everyone's plans for the weekend? What y'all got going on? Or is it just like basically a just gonna kick back type of weekend? Airship landing. Try to keep warm. Yeah. No plans, only vibes. Hiya, Fingies. Yeah, very much the same. I'm really looking forward to just, like, even though I had, like, a bunch of time off, like, after this week, I'm like, I need a break. Bugger me. But I'm starting to get excited. Heh, I can't rightly recall when last I felt so enthused for a performance. Me mama never listens to me. I've told her countless times not to venture outside without her parents' permission, yet she never bothers to ask them. Farrar always treats me like a child. It fair drives me up the wall. This was only the first week of the new year. Haha, fuck. That's a mood. That is a big heckin' mood. My superiors raised their eyebrows when I mentioned another journey to the Sea of Clouds, but I managed to win them over with the prospect of another Song of Power. We have our airship. If everyone is ready, let us be away. The recruits have already boarded, keen as they are. And who wouldn't be keen for the coming performance? Ah, so pretty. So what's the plan? Where are we going to play to this azure backdrop? Well, seeing as we have a vaunted hero with us, I had a mind to draw inspiration from her adventures for a new piece. That's a great idea, old man. Ahty's stories would make for a bloody fine song. Our recruits have yet limited experience lifting up their comrades in battle. A song that conveys the importance of camaraderie, that sows the seeds of the desire to inspire, such would be ideal, I believe. A forgotten hero who avenged her comrades. An intrepid soul who faced a mighty foe, staunch comrades in tow, aye. This is a rousing tale, worthy of being immortalized in song. Why, already the themes and emotions weave themselves into melody and verse in my mind. Come, my friends, let us lift our voices together in heartfelt harmony. O huntress brave, for vengeance did you cry, for comrades slain in a hunt gone awry, in your breast a raging storm impossible to quell. O huntress brave, your quarry did you chase, though it meant forsaking the new-found place. By your own hands we wish the deed fulfilled, the storm. By the gods, so this is what it means to perform with all your heart. That was moving beyond words. I felt the lesson of the song with my whole being. The lesson that our understanding for one another is what opens the way forward. Understanding. To think on it, I may have been too insistent in trying to press our recruits onto Gaidalo. I didn't try to understand his feelings. Gaidalo, this isn't an order, but a humble request. I ask not that you train our new recruits, but that you simply get to know them. Through this, you'll come to understand each other's hearts, and forge a bond that will lend power to your songs. We should like it very much. Your song touched us to the very core, and we'd like nothing more than to be able to than to be able to likewise touch others. Alright then. We can get acquainted when I'm in the mood. Now that you know what a real song feels like, I reckon there's hope for you a lot yet. Interesting. That was a performance I shan't soon forget. My breast still thrums with the joy of the experience. Your adventures make great songs, Ahty. Ah, Hyena Bangs, welcome! I can't thank you enough, Ahty. Our recruits are more motivated than ever before. No sooner did we arrive back in Gridania than they rushed off to train. I believe I'll go and join them. I'll continue what you and Jantel started, and help them to become the finest bards they can be. Gaidalo, you are coming too, yes? You did say you would get to know them. Aye, when I'm in the mood, which I'm not. Right now, I need to reflect on my experience. Let it really soak in, you know? So I'm going to go spend some time alone with my harp. Wait! If you're going to play the harp, at least let the recruits listen. Forgive me, Ahty, but I must be away. Thank you for a wonderful performance. Passionate as they are, I doubt not, but they will find their way. Allow me to thank you as well, Ahty. Truth be told, I too had longed to perform with you for quite some time. It was a truly sublime experience, as if our music had floated to the heavens and rained down upon all creation. The music of that rain, I believe, reached the souls of the fallen, my departed comrades of the gods' quiver. As it reached the heart of an old man who has long lived in quiet penance, it woke memories of the passion I had in my youth, when I yet stood on the field of battle. All of this because of a single song, young one, a song born of your tale. Generations hence, full certain am I that the song will still be sung, awakening passion in countless more souls. It gives me great pride to know I was part of its creation. Interesting. Okay. Now I'm kind of wondering, I don't think there's anything more after this, but... I'll go back to him in Quarry Mill and see what's up. That was the whole quest? Okay. So is that like the end-to-end for all the Bard questies? There's no more quests for a cute Bard to do? Oh, pets! Ayami, welcome! It's nice to see you. Hope you're feeling better. Think so. Endwalker has role quests only. You know, I think they could probably do... Well, I think they should do more with... like job quests and things like that. Like, it was really cool, like, doing the Bard quests and all that. I really liked it. Where am I going? All right. Well, I mean, if there's no more to do, then there's probably no sense going back there. Yeah, that's true too.
What Ahty doing?
I'm flying around aimlessly apparently, but I'm gonna start up Endwalker, I think. So we must needs return to the Rising Stones. All right. Oh, the other thing I need to do this weekend is taxes. Or our W-2s were released today. That popped into my little employee dashboard, so I got to do those this weekend. Alright, let me talk to some NPCs before I kick it off with Elfie. I have a feeling the journey to Charlene is going to be the test of your nerves, in more ways than one. You'll miss this place while you're away, I just know it. But for now, the best thing you can do is get plenty of rest while we wait to hear from Kryl. Much and more we have discovered of the Telophoroid's machinations since Thancred and I did return from Garlemald. Verily, their troops doth appear to have been tempered in much the same manner as those engaged in the construction of the towering edifice in the capital. Actually, yeah, and that I'm kind of wondering what they were referring to from the last stream when they were talking about the Dreamer. I'm kind of curious about that. When Ehrenwald tried to free the Amalja held in the tower, it triggered some sort of alarm, and the captives were killed instantly. As such, we have no choice but to leave them in the clutches of the Telophoroid until a means of rescuing them has been found. How are you, Ahty? Stream's buffering because my internet, but I am here. I'm glad you're here, Yami. Hope you're doing well and hope you're getting better. In the meantime, the summonings of lunar primals will continue. Just as we must rely on the Grand Company of Eorzea to put down such entities and prevent any further abductions, so too do they rely on us to come through with our investigation. Ahty, do you have some time to talk? I would like to gather everyone in Dawn's Respite and together assess the situation in which we find ourselves. Let us take stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of ominous towers in a multitude of locations throughout the world. We have since learned that said structures were brought into being by an organization known as the Telophoroi. The Telophoroi stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past, an apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these towers of theirs been the cause of untold suffering. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their faith perverted for primal summonings. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Those shielded with the blessing of light seem able to resist being tempered, at least. But after what happened to Arenvald and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Yet while these threats close to home are of paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. I found out based on symptoms I do indeed have COVID, can't smell or taste anything. Oh, yikes. Sorry, are you staying isolated and all that, and have you taken a test to confirm that? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, COVID is no joke. As you know, the Telophoroi are under the leadership of Fandaniel and one other delightful fellow, Xenos Yegalvis, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. To date, he's reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varus, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, it saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession. But that has since changed, and in troubling ways. I'm very sore, can't taste or smell anything, and am sneezing and coughing like crazy. Ugh, heck. Aye, during our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons or the cries of discord. 'Twas an eerie fog of silence which did blanket the ruined city. Can't get tested or it would. The inhabitants appeared to have been tempered, and with nary a word spoken did they labor to transform the palace into a soaring edifice born of nightmares. If they were indeed made thralls, it seems safe to assume that these events, too, were orchestrated by the Telophoroi. Yeah, Yami, you should be getting lots of rest, drinking lots of fluids. Were you vaccinated? I hope you don't mind me asking that. I mean, if you don't want to say it, then, you know, you don't have to. An army of primals is awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude to even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly, before our allies are overwhelmed. We will find a way in Charlayan, I am sure of it. Master Fortuno's comments regarding the final days were curious to say the least. The Forum knows more than it is letting on. Sorry to interrupt. We just received word from Mistress Cryle. She says the arrangements for your visit have been finalized. Yike. Well, I mean, alternatively, what you might be able to do is someone might be able to get you, like, one of those little tester things, like the home test. Yes, I got the first 2 shots, just not the booster. Okay. That's good. I haven't gotten the booster yet. I need to. It's just I haven't had the time to get to any of the places around here because it literally means hours in line. So I need to schedule one. You're to head to Limsa Lominsa and board the next ship bound for Charlayan. And on arrival, present yourselves as Associates of the Students of Baldessian, come to assist with the Order's restoration.
What Ahty doing?
Hiya, Mr. Fox. Welcome. The arrangements may be settled, but what of your thoughts? They must race to the prospect of returning home after so long. My day, Mr. Fox. Thank you so much for asking. My day was a day. But now it's over and I'm home. And I can hang out with y'all. Do some streaming. I am eager to see it, of course. Of course. We should set off at once. And I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. That goes to show how seriously Florida is taking things. I was able to schedule a booster same day and there was no line. Yeah. Talk to Tataru in Limsa. Yeah, I think Oregon is taking it seriously enough. There's just a lot of demand. Lots of demand. Gosh, this place is so pretty. Here's Tataru. What a grim reason to bring you to Charlayan. Not much to be done about it, I suppose. But I would have liked to give you a grand tour under happier circumstances. Though part of me looks forward to returning home, I've not forgotten that my father stripped us of the privileges of our family name. I hope it doesn't cause trouble with the officials upon our arrival. The doctor I called said, "We aren't seeing sick patients, so can't even get tested through the doctors. The pharmacy is so busy they can't do testing without appointments, and the earliest is so far out I'll be better before they see me." Yeah. That's why I was suggesting one of the take-home tests. Like, you could go buy one and take it home and do the test that way. I mean, the goal is to not have long COVID, so yeah, I mean, just plenty of rest. I might have lived in Master Matoya's cave for a good part of my life, but even for me, the thought of returning to Charlayan is quite exciting. I can hardly imagine how it is for others who lived most of their lives there. Alright. Contrary to what you might think, this will be like going home for me as well. I may have learned how to survive in Limsa Lominsa, but it was in Charlayan where I was taught, quite relentlessly I might add, the skills to properly live. I shudder to think what manner of truth awaiteth us beyond the indigo deep. Still more do I dread the prospect of discussions long overdue. I never thought the day would come when I would be sailing home again. It always seemed so very far away. Sea travel can be tedious, but I don't mind it. 'Tis a rare experience for most as guardians. Okay. Everyone's here, which is good, because I've already paid for your passage and the fee is non-refundable. The ship for Charlayan should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule, or so I'm told.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
Ah, Karosha, welcome! How's your stream? I was lurking, but sorry I didn't pop my head in and tell you that I was lurking. How was Final Fantasy tonight? We are just starting Endwalker. Oh, which reminds me, that's another thing I'm going to be working on this weekend, is last weekend's streams, I haven't been all the way through them yet. I'm picking out highlights and stuff. I've been doing that, when I've been able to. It was chill, just me and Cerberius. Right on. Cerberius of Bread is a good bean, and so are you. Which also reminds me... Ah, Bradbury! Bradbury, thank you so much for the sub. In 3 months in a row. Heck. Bradbury is awesome. So that's awesome. So where I was going with that. So as all you know, we've had a YouTube channel for quite a while, and what we don't have yet is a fancy custom URL for it. For that, I need 100 followers on that YouTube channel. Now, the YouTube channel isn't super exciting. It's just pretty much where I put all of the raw VODs so I don't lose them. And any clips or highlights that I get from a particular stream, I pop up there also. But if y'all have a YouTube account and would like to help get us there, it's up to you. If you want to do that, please follow. If you were thinking that, hey, that would be kind of cool. And I agree, it would be pretty cool if our YouTube channel was youtube.com/AhtyStripes. That's the channel. Okay, let me see. Pretty sure that's it. It looks right. Yes, you got it. That's perfect. So I'm not really much for video editing, so all the VODs are raw. Basically, from beginning to end, that's the entire thing there. But there's there's a lot of good moments there already. But I think it's pretty much like all of my streams going back to, let me see. Ahty plays Raw. Yeah, all the way back to the end of August. That's where all the VODs are. Yeah, one of the reasons why I started uploading them originally was that I filled up like I almost filled up a 2 terabyte hard drive with all the VODs I was saving. It's like, this isn't sustainable. And I think YouTube is like unlimited storage, so I just popped them up there. Yeah, I was kind of hemming and hawing, like mentioning it. It's like, folks would follow the YouTube if they, find it and desire to. But like, that custom URL thing would be pretty handy. Yeah, it's kind of a chore, if I'm being honest. Like uploading videos to YouTube. But it kind of makes sense, because it's like, I guess it's a form of kind of quote-unquote getting the word out, And it's actually also kind of nice to have a super easy URL that, like, if you just wanted to grab a clip and, like, pop it into a Telegram chat to be funny or something like that. I mean, it's far easier to do that than it is to, go into Twitch and find the clip that way. My manager is adamant that I get a footprint across the whole web. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I'm trying to get to all the relevant stuff. At least the relevant stuff for me. Like, that would be Twitter is a major thing, Twitch, of course, and then YouTube also. And also, I think that YouTube is much better at, like, if you were gonna watch a VOD while I was offline, that is a much better mobile experience than Twitch ever will be, in my opinion. I've got TikTok and Instagram set up now, which I believe the plan is Insta for cat pics, TikTok for other stuff. That makes sense. I'm kind of hesitant on those two for different reasons. But we'll see, I am kind of an old person, and I'll admit I don't fully understand TikTok. But I see Hazarino uses it. Hazarino uses it and uploads some of the funniest stuff I have ever seen. And now Ahty is a mouse fusion. I saw. Sky did a great job with that. I am so glad for Sky's success. I really am. I'm so happy for her. It's been like 99% supportive LGBTQ plus content, especially for NB content, and also really good and funny content that doesn't punch down. Yeah, that's cool. I hear frog TikTok is all the rage.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
The only platform I refuse to use is TikTok. I banned its use in my house, and my niece knows the rules when using my internet service. Okay. Also, the For You page is majority creators of color. But anyway, I'm glad you've made it to Endwalker, Ahty. Yeah, I mean, it was a long time getting here. Really long time. And every time I think about, like, you know, we're starting Endwalker, like, I keep going back to the end of patch 5.0 and how emotional that was. And, like, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this expansion. But what if end start Walker? One can only hope. I mean, like, I already got some promising news earlier in the week. You know, they were like, I think it was Trinity. Trinity had mentioned that that Yoshi P says they have no intention of stopping here. Oh, you're gonna need a lot more Kleenex. Oh man, great.
What's Ahty doing?
What's Ahty doing? I don't know, Ryu. Ryu, you were cheating on me. Ryu was cheating on me.
What's Ahty doing?
Hiya, Rumply Tick. I was lurking you too. I'm sorry I didn't say anything about it, but I was lurking. Hey, chat. Did you know Ryu was cheating on me? It's true. Ryu was cheating on me with Planet Coaster. Right when I started the stream, I saw Ryu pop up on my Steam overlay saying that's like, oh, Ryunito is playing Planet Coaster. I was like, Ryu's cheating on me. Rumply, whenever you're on, I will always lurk. And the same goes for Corrosia. Whenever I see Corrosia on and I'm home, I will always lurk. At the very least. I must needs support my friends. I've been playing PC for a bit now. I just got done helping my mate tidy up her space a bit. Oh, no worries. I was just flicking you some shit. Because I'm a gremlin.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's winds are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louisois of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Poor Thancred.
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Will this be your first visit to Charlian, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Uh-oh.
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Better.
right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Alright, I'm gonna get Grandpa ice cream, some food for myself, and now spend the next few hours of the night finding bots to replace Me6 bot in Discord because the devs are using it to sell NFTs now. Yep, I heard about that. Let's see, what's the bot that I have? I don't have the Me6 bot. I think I only have like a basic one. Mine is... oh, mine is reaction rolls. Whoa, ice cream? Yeah. I don't have much ice cream left. I destroyed most of mine. I think all I have left are these strange Klondike bars, coffee ice cream Klondike bars that have a hole in the middle of them. I think my favorite is Tillamook. Tillamook chocolate peanut butter. It is just, it's so good. I just shovel that into my face until I'm fat.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
She wants to go too.
It's just... we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hell's-bent on destroying the world. And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
Aww. Have a good rest of your stream, bud. Sorry for not sticking around. And sorry I missed your stream earlier this week. Just happened to coincide with Irv's death, so I couldn't make it. Corrosia, heck. Again, like, I'm so sorry for stuff. I mean, I know it's no matter your feelings about it, it's still shitty. You know, and I really hope you're doing well. Or doing better, at least. I'll try to catch it next week. Night, everyone. Oh, good night, Corrosia. And thanks again for the raid. You're heckin' good bean. I'm fine. Grandpa's having some moments, but he's still hanging in there. Ice cream will help, yeah. Ice cream and good company. You know, I am sure he's just... I'm sure he's really thankful that you're there with him. I'll bring them back safe and sound, I promise.
I'll hold you to that.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Ah, it's Hoary Boulder!
Hoary! Coulternay! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower. Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye, we your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
We set the sail! All aboard for Charlian!
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown. A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux.
Is that
in
the...
uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end.
That's Emmett Selk's voice actor, isn't it?
Treasure every moment, every step of your descent. And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Here.
Yeah, it is.
Feel. Think.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt. Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
Who's that?
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad. Hear, feel, think.
I recognize that voice actor.
And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
Why now, Hydaelyn?
After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am what Eidolon has always been, a primal. Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world, and I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield. Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms, monumental, which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlian's just over yonder.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
And a good morning to you too. Taking a look at the island already?
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
What Ahty doing?
Roark! Holy crap! I was thinking about you recently. Hope you're well. Haven't seen you in a while.
Sleepers have arisen. There she is. Good old Sharlian.
Oh, I see it.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian saith. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side, I prithee.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
No, that's sweet. And yeah, it's been a hot minute. Work's been eating up a lot of my
Upon
time.
arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlian proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
There we go. We have started Endwalker.
Sharlian, the solitary island nation of the northern seas.
Yep, that's Emmett Selk.
Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil. So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
Thank you so much, Roark. Holy heck. Thank you for that Prime sub.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
Heck. Yeah, I might dial back the volume a little bit. But, you know, I just get so excited, because, like, you know, I'm like... It's like I'm just playing video games. I never really... Honestly, like, when I started streaming, I never thought, like, people would subscribe, you know? I mean... I was just in it to have some fun and, like, you know, meet some cool folks. And, like, all of that is accomplished. But, like, you know, the whole sub thing, like, I had no idea. I had no idea people would actually want to do that. That's why it's, like, it's always such a significant thing that, like, when, like, you know, when somebody pops, like, you know, some gift subs, like, thanks again, Plants Guy. Or, like, you know, even use their, like, Prime subs and stuff, you know, like Roark and, like, lots of other folks. I mean, that's huge. That means a lot to me. You know, and all that stuff goes right back into the stream. You know, I've got plans on upgrading my mic, so I won't be on a headset anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be ordering that gear this weekend. I've been hemming and hawing too much, so I'm gonna get up and do it. I gotta do it. But holy heck. So, Roark, it's my stream. Nobody tells me what to do. I'm gonna give you a shout out. So yeah, I mean, when I said that I was, like, thinking about you the other day, like, you know, I was on my lunch break. And I was like, you know what? I haven't seen Roark in a really long time. So, you know, on my phone, I popped to your channel. I noticed you hadn't streamed for a while. And I was really, you know, I was conflicted. Like, I really wanted to drop you a line to see what's up. And, like, you know... But, like, I didn't know really how to phrase it, I guess. And, like, I was really hoping you didn't quit streaming. So I'm really super glad you popped into the stream.
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Hasn't Sharlian all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Sharlian only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders. Especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge.
Yeah, I know all too well how I know all too well how busy work can make us. you know? Since like a little bit before Thanksgiving, like, you know, work for me got insanely busy. And like, I don't know. I guess I had briefly considered putting my streams on pause, but like, I don't know. I couldn't do that. So I had to try and make it work, and it did, but I mean, it almost drove me, it almost drove me insane. But Rowark, so Trinity, and me and Ryu, and a few others, we were talking about taking up some raiding soon in Final Fantasy, if you still sub and still play. It'd actually be really cool to have you along if you wanted to.
If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
It's probably just, it's not going to be like a full-time, like, on a regular schedule type thing, I don't think. But mostly, like, you know, doing the raids that, you know, add to the story, and, stuff that I haven't done yet.
May.
Now that I have disposable income-ish, I've been meaning to get back into it. Still need to slam my head against Shadowbringers, to be fair. Rowark, I'm totally down with helping out with that. It was a great expansion, and if you want like a +1 or 2 or 3 for doing stuff to get you going in Shadowbringers, like, I'm sure I'm definitely on board, and I'm sure other folks in the stream right now are on board too with that. This game is a lot of fun, and I wouldn't mind revisiting some of that stuff, even though we did it just a couple of weeks ago. And some of the later duties, I definitely need more practice.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions. Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration. Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall.
Excellent. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today. And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Ishtola rule.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alizé Leveilleur.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny. And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
We shall keep that in mind.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Name and occupation?
She's rather judgy. Ooh. Ahty Squeegee, artisan.
Indeed. Your profile describes you as an adventurer, but one also trained in the rather more constructive pursuits of procurement and production. You may enter.
Wow.
And you, sir?
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
If you'll allow me.
Look at those cute little boots. It's Kryle.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
I still want to throw her into the ocean now.
Kryle, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you will seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we? Oh!
Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Sir Taciturn. Yay, we're in Sharlayan. Oh, I like that hat. Excuse me. Excuse me, Koji. I must needs have your hat. I'm glad I spotted your ship coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your land legs back. And I'm going to decline that for right now, because I'm going to talk to extras. Because no doubt someone is going to be yelling at me very soon for this. I am unaccustomed to fabricating lies on demand. Why should it matter how I earn my living? Here we are at last, the great city of Sharlayan. You may have noticed some similarities with the Crystarium, yes? In fact, Oh. But we really should let Kryl have her say first. We can continue this conversation at another time. No, I'm talking to extras right now. You are doubtless eager to take in the sights. Not to worry, Ahty. The city is not like to vanish before we finish our discussion. Even allowing that the years I spent in the first passed here in the blink of an eye, the city feels untouched by time. Allow me to extend unto thee my warmest welcome, Ahty. May the wisdom of my homeland aid us in our endeavors. I'm fine, honestly. Better to be waved through with a stern warning than be denied entry, after all. That was about as awkward as expected. Still, we're here now, and that's all that matters. You want to touch Y'shtola's ears. I mean, who wouldn't? She's my wife, after all. They do, yeah. Look at him! I think out of all of the outfits she's had over the many expansions that we played, I think her current outfit is my favorite. I don't know, mine are pretty soft too. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think I like hers better. But I think it's mainly due to the color of her hair. Ooh, a new weapon. Interesting. It's not really an upgrade, though. try it on, though. Ooh, look at that thing. I don't know. That's kind of wild, though. I don't know. I don't know that I'm gonna glamour it because, like, it is a cool looking bow, but I really like the one that I have on. I like the Crypt Lurker bow. It looks really good. Look at the coffers going forward. You can save them for other classes later if they're not upgrades for your current gear. Okay. Also, if we finish getting you tombstone gear that can literally last you until level 89 when the game gives you end game gear for free. Okay. I'm actually kind of wondering how many tombstones I have now. Maybe I can get into another piece of Crypt Lurker gear. Or the augmented Crypt Lurker gear, I think. Let's see. Currency. Well, I have 1,600 tombstones. I think I could get another piece. Yeah, why don't we? So the augmented Crypt Lurker stuff is at the Crystarium, correct? Right next to the plaza. Okay. Yeah, I'll go for free since it's over 1k to TP there. This place brings back memories. It's not Sundry Splendors, is it? I don't think it is. Nope. Oh, no, it is, I think. Crypt Lurker. Nope, that one I already have. Oh, the boots that I have on? Or the boots that Moen's merchant has? Those are pretty awesome boots, not gonna lie. The merchant, yeah, those are those are pretty rad boots. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I'll do the corselet. And I might do the helm too. My my boots are already 500. 505 for the bottoms. Yeah, I could do a couple more. Yeah, let's do vamp braces. The goal is to have the whole set eventually. Also, if we get to doing raid content, it'll get you more poetic tomestones for more gear. Okay. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. That looks pretty awesome. Oh, and I think I might have made a bonehead move. Oh, I can go back to Limsa, okay. Take the boat from there, alright. That works. I think I remember where I picked it up last time. I have a weakness for tall boats, don't we all? Yeah. I was actually rather pleased that the it actually only took me an hour to get through the queue. When I got home, I was about 1100. There we go. Perfect. And here's Kryl. I had thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Ahty and Estinian's first time in Sharlayan, and for the rest of you, a homecoming was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit, and people you're dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so that you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at the Baldessian Annex. How does that sound? 'Tis a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Levier estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighborhood all the same. I am equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our old haunts may even yet some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Aetherite Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon. Yes, we'll see you there. I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith, by thy leave. What of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. But, I could... Oh. Well, Raha? Would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect time to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Oh, of course. If you will have me. Come, Ahty. Sharlayan awaits. Oh dear, his enthusiasm is infectious, isn't it? After you, my friend. I am more than content to follow your lead. Grahatia is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Grahatia behind by entering a different area, using the Ethernet, or by putting too much distance between you. I can't decide if those dusty old memories of yours is a kind or cruel way of calling someone old. I think in Graha's case it's kind, but Kryl is I've noticed Kryl, like, pops little jabs in from time to time, and I don't think there's anything mean-spirited about any of it. You can also speak with Grahatia and select the option to part ways. I think the joke is that Grahatia is technically like over 100, or like 100, like way over 100. If you wish to have Grahatia accompany you again, and speak with him at the original location. Alright. While Grahatia is accompanying you, next try to speak with Kryl. All set? Then let us be on our way. You are an Endwalker! Hiya, Turbid! Welcome! Turbid is a good bean. I'm giving Turbs a shout out because it's my stream. It's mine. Y'all should definitely follow Turbid. Turbid is amazing. Oh, pumpkin. Pumpkin! Oh, wait a minute. That was the wrong one. Pumpkin! We can finally walk off the end together, holding hands. Hold my hand as we walk off the end. Our first stop, amusingly enough, will be the last stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbor. It is the rare devil pumpkin. Yes, it's like snake eyes, but pumpkins. There we go. Now all is right. Free pets. Kryl is also now accompanying you. Lead your two companions to the last stand and speak with Kryl at the designated location. While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way, which offer additional topics of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your guest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. Even the game is telling you to talk to the extras. Okay, that's fair. Why does Grahatia run the... He just... he has such a goofy run. I'm sorry. Oh, I meant to say that the vocal part was done twice out of circumstance, which was double the fun. I hope you didn't come off as sarcastic. No, it's fine, Plant Sky. Discuss the storage facility. With all the unusual wares coming and going at all hours, I expect the assistance of an intrepid adventurer would be highly appreciated. I see no reason why you couldn't undertake any tasks which pique your interest. You have been cleared by the immigration officials, after all. I look forward to the day your name is celebrated in Sharlayan the same way it is in Eorzea. Aww. This place is called the Peristyle, and it is the first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. You'll find the usual necessities for daily living and other imports vital to running an island nation, but also supplies that further Sharlayan's pursuit of knowledge, namely large quantities of books, specimens, and samples. Sorting these stacks certainly seemed to keep the attendants busy. Also, the talk option has more, though it's only the same stuff per time they accompany you. Okay. Oh, versus changing per glowy spot. Okay, so if I talk to them again, it's going to be the same, essentially. No, the talk option it gives. I'm grateful to have Kryle's help in reacquainting myself with this place. It's almost as if I'm seeing it with all new eyes, as you are. Come on, let's head to the cafe. It may not seem so at a glance, but the last stand is actually a very important part of the city. Oh, I see. Okay. So where's the aetheryte, though? Or I'm gonna get to that eventually. Now that is a sight one could hardly forget. The great statue of Thaliak. As a student of Baldessian, I was usually quartered on the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. I'm kind of wondering if we're going to learn any more about the Isle of Val. Or if it's basically just going to be, hey, it's an island that used to be here, but now it's not. I'm kind of wanting to learn a little bit more about it than that. You can go to it, it's Yurkika. Well, wait. I thought the island, I thought the whole island supposedly disappeared, or was it just everybody was on the island? Oh, Eureka. Okay. The path leading out towards the sea is known as the Thaliak Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar which stands at its end. As you know, the Charlian people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thaliak was chosen as our patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. It's post-Stormblood content. I can take you sometime. Okay, that works. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restricted as that of, say, the Ishgardians. Individual Charlians can, and do, worship the divinities of their choosing. Interesting, okay. Here's the last stand. Ah, yes, the last stand. Now that is an inviting aroma. And here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although the research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Charlian tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. How can I put this? The food is, it's bland. As encapsulated by our famous Archon loaf, the prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first, and taste a distant second. There was one pupil at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer, so he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Charlian, the one and only bastion of culinary arts in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall their burger being hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Because you were a typical Sharlayan when it came to cheap and convenient Raha, but surely Totaro has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us up to the Aetherite Plaza. She just called him a college student for his food habits. I don't know if it's because I'm tired tonight or what, but every time I see the word plaza tonight, I want to say pizza instead. So I think the next time I see the word plaza, I'm just gonna say pizza. Which, in fairness, this is basically Magic College Town, yeah. I think that should be forever rule. Plaza is pizza. Okay. We could try it out and see how it is. Well, with Sir Amaric for, I think neither, like, most of... I think for the start of Heavensward, I forget who it was, but somebody said that, you know, he's Sir America, and that it would be funny if I just yelled fuck yeah every time I said it. Is Ryu? That's right. Maybe not the fuck yeah part, though. No, I think it was. I got it from Mad Because Small. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I have a lot of those to go through now. Mad because small, jealous of tall. Which, hey, I think you can now watch all of them since I don't think they've covered Endwalker yet. Oh, that's true. It's baby's first burial service. The Aetherite looks different from how I remember it. An unusual shape, isn't it? I assure you, however, it's a perfectly functioning Aetherite. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Now, being the diligent tour guide that I am, I should make mention of the Confluence, a research facility located in this very plaza. Its much vaunted discoveries are the reason Sharlayan stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of Elegant Aetherites, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. And off we go to our next destination. Our path leads northeast to the Agora, Sharlayan's largest marketplace. Alright, 1 second, folks. Uno momento. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, where is the Agora? I did attune, yes. Pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. Oh, I see where it is. Yeah, there are tons of people here, too. Anything worth cracking my coin purse for today, I wonder? Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in Sharlayan as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out for the most part. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? On a more serious note, the next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. We must head back to the Aetherite Plaza, follow the path north, then climb the stairs up to that imposing building at the very top. Aetherite Plaza, and then north. These little decorative features are typical of Sharlayan architecture. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the Isle of Val were rather simple and rustic by comparison. This is the Nymphaeum, an area dedicated to the blessings of water. For Sharlayans, water represents more than a life-sustaining liquid. It is a reminder of the great flood which precipitated the birth of our nation, as well as a symbol of the knowledge which flows from Thaliak's divine ewer. This is the reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city, and a propensity for utilizing water as a decorative feature in our architecture. It is a fascinating experience to walk around the city and contrast my image of the past with the reality of the present. Oh, you like all the water features? The building we're looking for sits at the top of the stairs, to the north of the Aetherite. Just keep walking up and you'll reach it eventually. The district we're passing through is called Archon's Design, a name which honors the 7 individuals whose contributions were instrumental in the founding of Sharlayan. It is the city's political and financial center, and it also hosts a collection of research institutions. Ah, what an invigorating breeze. A touch biting, perhaps, but pleasant nonetheless. This grand structure before you is the rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here, one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put me in mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Sharlayan. Yeah, it's not immediately obvious, but you're north of Ishgard while in Sharlayan. Oh, interesting. So by all accounts, it should be colder. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town, a community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. Okay. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the counselors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fittingly named Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. This neighborhood is home to the highest echelons of Sharlayan society. I never did feel comfortable enough to wander these streets on a whim. We've arrived at Journey's End. History tells us this is where those who put ashore with Archon Nyunkref built their first homes. In the present day, it serves as the residential district for the most important officials and oldest Sharlayan families. You'll see that the one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbors. That estate belongs to our friends from House Lavier. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. And with that, we bring our little Sharlayan tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly to the Baldessian Annex? You remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down towards the harbor, cross the bridge to our right, then follow the path below the Aetheryte Plaza? Correct. After you, Ahty. So I think I'd rather just go to the Aetheryte. Uh-oh, Plants Guy. Plants Guy, you clipped me. I'm gonna have to watch that. Mostly just game audio, but still.
And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
That's really good. That is really good. Thank you for clipping that. That's awesome. And pray tell, what is your profession now? That's funny. Now I'm supposed to do something here, I forget. Head to the Baldessian Annex while accompanied by Graha and Tia and Kryl. Speak with Kryl in the designated location. Okay. It's because I walked away from them. Okay, so then I have to go back to the harbor and pick them up again, essentially. I didn't realize I couldn't Ethernet with people accompanying me. That's interesting. This is it, the Baldessian Annex. As the joyous look on Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Baldessian Annex. If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive at the doorstep of the phenomenon. But I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with you, then. I'm back, and I brought Ahty and Raha with me. Ah, you were right about the ship. Then, hello, Graha. It's nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Ahty. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Ojika? Zunjka? It has been an age. Allow me to introduce Ujika Zunjika, Administration Officer for the Students of Baldessian. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. The Champion of Eorzea has featured prominently in Kryl and Graha's reports, so for me, this is akin to seeing a fabled hero come to life. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of Val served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit Charlian. Whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. And the Annex was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engaged in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the Isle itself, vanished, the Annex has served as our base of operations. And yet it feels so empty. With so many lost to us, our organization is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. But first, we must ensure that the Talafaroy fall. Through that door to the left there is the main hall, and we can discuss our options moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is. You probably have time to rest before our discussions begin in earnest. I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Andron, so please feel free to make yourself at home. The nap rooms, perfect for an afternoon doze. The nap rooms. Now, why can't we have those at work? You know, I proposed, halfway serious, of having sleeping pods at work. Like, honestly, there's been many a time where, you know, really, when I'm at work, I only eat just a sandwich. And it takes me, like, 10 minutes to eat it. So I have, like, the rest of my lunch. I could just go to a sleeping pod and take a nap. That would just be incredible. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed. Far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. 'Twas simply that we were often so busy with research, or exhausted from journeys abroad, that we would slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks. And thus they became known amongst the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps might last well into the following morning. Say the word, and I'll be happy to show you to your chamber. Yes, 10-hour nap. Yes. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you in the main hall. And speaking of, I am pretty exhausted from today. So I think I might actually wrap up. Let's find somebody to raid. It is Friday night and there are so many good beans. Let's see. Oh, Andy's on tonight? It's been a hot minute since I've raided Andy. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. No brainer. Andy Dershawn. Good call, Ryu. Excellent, excellent choice. I'm not familiar with the game, but it's Andy. It's got to be good. Yep, absolutely. All right, so let's raid Andy. So y'all, please stick around for the raid. Andy is such a good bean, and has been super supportive and enthusiastic of like everything that we do, and you know, he's a really good friend. A really good friend. So we gotta heckin' do it. So yeah, please stick around. The next time I'm gonna be streaming is tomorrow night, 6 p.m. PST. We're gonna pick up right here where we left off. I was tossing back and forth, starting Halo 3 ODST sometime tomorrow, so I might start early and do that. And then we'll switch over to Final Fantasy, but we'll see. Pay attention to the Twitter and Discord. Yeah, I'll make an announcement way ahead of time, if that's the case. Okay. Hi, Paula. Welcome. But yes, good night, folks. Have a great one. Be safe, and I will hopefully see every single one of you tomorrow night. Alrighty, take care, folks. Have a good one.